Welcome, gamers from around the globe. You've dropped into the best place for Game Pass news. That's right, it's the Game Pass Tracker Show. This is episode 144, recorded live Thursday, March 14th. I'm Nick Metzger here with the best dang co-host a guy could ever have, Mr. Sean Abbott himself. We're going to fill your brains with all this week's bits and bobs of Xbox, like Sea of Thieves makes waves in the Sony world. Jim Ryan explains his declined Xbox offer over and over again for Call of Duty, and all the games coming to our beloved Game Pass subscription. You better sit down. You better buckle up, because Game Pass Tracker Show is one crazy ride.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to today's show. I want to welcome you to your favorite Xbox Game Pass podcast, the Game Pass Tracker Show. If you want to interact with us on social media, and you're going to have to bear with me on this because a few things have changed. I believe now everything, or almost everything, is at GPT Gaming News. So that's at GPT Gaming News. Stick that into whatever social networking app you want to use and want to find us, and we'll pretty much pop up. If you don't have any thoughts, don't hesitate to shoot us an email. That is show@gamepasstracker.com. That is still show@gamepasstracker.com. And if you are liking what you're hearing, and we'd love for you to leave us a review, just go to your podcast app of choice, and leave us a review. It helps us grow, helps us reach more fans like yourself. And we wouldn't be a Game Pass show if we didn't talk about the Big Daddy itself, Xbox Game Pass. If you love Game Pass and you love the show and you want to support us, head to the link in the description, which has been provided very kindly by my co-host.
Yep.
Thank you, Nick. And you'll not only be supporting us, the Game Pass Tracker Show, but you'll also be signing up to the best subscription out there at the moment, Xbox Game Pass. So sign up to whatever level you desire, whether that be PC Game Pass, Core, or my personal favorite, Game Pass Ultimate. Just play your own way by using the code in the chat or the show notes. It'll help us to continue to create this awesome content we love making for you, our amazing fans. And Nick, without further ado, let's go and talk about all the games that are here for this week.
Sean, it was like, I was all set. I even did a dramatic tap, which is what you heard. And you were like, he did it. He hit the button. The subscription thingy is out there. And all that came up was, whoa, who are you? Could you put in your username and password, please, so that we can verify? And I was like, nope, can't right now. I don't have any idea what it is.
I'll see if I can do it at this end while you roll some information.
Yeah. So there you go. Hey, Game Pass headlines. This is where we talk about the games that are out last week and games that are coming out this week. Is that what we do? No, games out this week and games coming out next week. It's something like that. Anyways, let's start off with what's coming out this week. Coming out this week, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. It's out everywhere, March 12th. Are you ready, kids? SpongeBob SquarePants, that long name, is coming to Game Pass. Play as SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy in this faithful remake and thwart Plankton's evil plan to take over Bikini Bottom. Battle Plankton's armies of rogue robots. All right. Next, already out March 13th, yesterday, Control Ultimate Edition makes its return on all cloud console and PC. Third-person action adventure will challenge you to master the combination of supernatural abilities, modifiable loadouts, and reactive environments while fighting through a deep and unpredictable world. And finally, out today, No More Heroes Everywhere. That's, by the way, Thursday, March 14th. No More Heroes 3 follows the otaku assassin Travis Touchdown as he takes up his trusty beam katana once more and slashes his way through 10 of the deadliest fighters in the galaxy. Rack up combos with Travis's beam katana and experience hack and slash action like never before. That's what's out this week.
Never bit.
That's right, Sean.
I took a look at that. I I was going to download it earlier,
Uh-huh.
and then I didn't. So,
And that's the end of that story, folks. All right.
yeah, it's been one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you don't have teeth removed and stuff like that, you just, you
Mm-hmm.
want a nice, easy game, easy day. So next on the list for things that are coming out next week. So these are games that are not out this week, games that are out next week, as the title implies. Lightyear Frontier, which is coming out in game preview, that is coming to everywhere, but only on the Series X and the Series S for the consoles. You will not be able to get this if you are on the Xbox One S, X, and older. So March 19th, Lightyear Frontier is start your interstellar homestead in this peaceful open world farming adventure. Build your sustainable exo farm, grow alien crops, customize your mech, and explore a new world full of mystery with up to 3 friends. So this is the farming harvest simulator that Nick is absolutely like crazy waiting for, where you control not just a person, but a person inside a giant mechanoid style exoskeleton. I mean, the combination of using a giant mech in a farming simulator is just something that we haven't come across before. And that's coming from guys that have played a lot of farming simulators.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, actually, you know what? You mentioned this to me, and I realized I had a meeting on Monday that I had to push, and the lady was like, what day would work? And I was like, Tuesday'd be fine. And I just realized, no, Tuesday's not fine. No. I've had a hell of a week, and Tuesday I am going to do everything I can to keep that clear. So, yep. Mm-hmm. That is going to be a day of Lightyear Frontier.
Yeah. And then the day before Lightyear Frontier comes out, so March 18th, this has come to cloud and console thanks to EA Play, I believe, is MLB The Show 24. If you've played any MLB games before, you'll be pretty well au fait with this. But swing for the fences, experience game-deciding moments, and become a legend and live out your baseball dreams in MLB The Show 24. Want to hit the field early? Game Pass members, you can unlock up to 4 days. That's 4 whole days early access plus deluxe edition bonus content with the purchase of the Digital Deluxe add-on bundle. You can learn more about that and how MLB The Show 24 continues to tell important stories from the Negro Leagues.
Negro.
I don't want to say that wrong, but yep. You can do that if you visit the Xbox Wire website, you can find it on there.
There you go. Yeah, and that's out the 19th. At least that's what it has on the Xbox Wire, the 19th.
Oh, okay. It says 18th in our notes. Okay. My bad.
Well, no, it's probably on me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Yep.
So, yeah, out. So they're both out on the same day, March 19th. So whether you're a baseball fan or a farmy, semi-crafty, harvesty fan, you got something that day. Sean, are you excited about any of this stuff? I mean, I already said what I have.
I played a little bit of Control. So I'll talk about that in the games that I've played, we've played in the dashboard. SpongeBob SquarePants. I know my brother is excited and he's been playing that with his daughter, who's just turned 5. Happy birthday, Poppy. So I know he'll be playing that with her because she's a little gamer as well, just like me and her dad. Nice. And my dad. Wow. Fair enough. And then probably I want to try Lightyear Frontier. I like a good harvest crafty sim. Mm-hmm. You know, you dragged me into Animal Crossing and our very first venture of podcasting, and I absolutely fell in love with that. So yeah, I'd be keen to try that.
Yeah. Yep. So Lightyear Frontier. I actually would really like to try Control more than the 5 minutes that I played on the Nintendo Stream demo. So if I can squeak out some actual Xbox time, I will do that. We'll see if that happens, but that's the plan. Coming soon. I know we keep mentioning it, folks. It's because we're pretty excited about it. Diablo 4 comes out March 28th. So in 2 weeks, in exactly 2 weeks from the time you're hearing this, if you're listening live. If you're not, then you figure it out. March 28th, Diablo 4 will be coming.
Yep. The only downside to that coming out on March 28th is the what's it? The Universe game. What's it called? I can't remember. We talked about it last week.
Oh, is it the Warner Brothers? The The one with all the...
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know. The fighting one, right?
Multiverse.
That's it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Smash Bros, but with
Mhm.
Batman and everybody in it, and things like that. That also comes out on March 28th. So I don't know which one I'd rather play. Well, I know which one I'd rather play because I've not really ever played Diablo much since Diablo 1 or 2. Whichever one was the first one on the PC. So yeah, probably 1.
So are you excited for this? Do you want to try Diablo 4?
I'd like to try it just to see how it's aged and
Sure.
like how they've progressed and like grown the franchise. But it's one of those Souls-like games that scare the living crap out of me. And that's coming from somebody that doesn't mind zombie games and like thrillers and horrors and stuff like that. Diablo is one of those games that just makes me go,
Wait,
and
but
gives me
isn't
too
this
much
like
PTSD from Elden Ring.
Isn't this a top-down game? Isn't this like a top-downy, far-away thing? Do I got this wrong?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. Whatever. What the hell are we doing here? We're excited for it, though.
All I can say is us and Soul-like games, just we don't get on very well.
I thought this was a hacky slashy game. That's what.
No, I thought Diablo was one of those kind of dungeon run style Souls-like
Well,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's a vast open world game where this is dumb that we have to do this, where you create and customize characters, master skills, and fight demons, explore, and it's a co-op game. I'm in on this. I think this will be fun. Especially, coming in late's the only thing. Coming in late's the only well, but it's not late for a bunch of people on the Game Pass, though. So it'll be like a whole new re-energizing of the community, for sure. Of people just like me that are going to jump on, that are Game Pass fans, or, have Game Pass, and have no earthly idea what the hell they're doing. I just need to find somebody who can just, basically drag me along. Drag me along for the ride and give me a bunch of experience points to make me level up real quick.
Did not one of the dads after dark play it quite often?
Oh yeah, they both did.
That'd be So I'm pretty sure you might be able to get in with those if you hit them up and say, "Hey, John, hey Drew, can you show me how to play Diablo?"
Yeah, that might be something I do. So, anyways, Diablo 4 coming out March 28th. Sean, what's leaving or maybe not leaving?
So, yeah, there's been a small change to this, and we're going to talk about that very quickly in the X feed. But Hard Space Shipbreaker, which is the really weird game where you have to figure out how to break up ships as much as possible. That's leaving March 15th, as well as Shredders, which was a really cool... Well, it grew into being a really cool snowboarding game. It didn't start out as a very cool snowboarding game. It was quite difficult and lumpy at first, but they kind of patched it and did lots to it. And now, if you go and have a look at some of the YouTube videos and stuff like that, it has now become a really cool, like, flowy snowboarding game. How they pictured it and stuff. So it was made for snowboarders by snowboarders. So.
Nice. And if you have nostalgia for turtles, as Sean educated me, don't worry. This has nothing to do with that. I actually was just re-listening to that episode, as I do, folks, to see what I can learn or gain or do better next time around. It really made me laugh that I thought this was Shredder's Revenge. Anyways, so that's what's coming. That's what's going. If you're interested in any of these games leaving February 29th, no, March 15th. Sorry, March 5th. You have till March 15th, which is tomorrow, to beat them or buy them. So, folks, this is the benefit of listening live. You get these notifications, you get this information, you get this reminder. Probably too late if you're listening in audio. Buy them or beat them. If you buy them, you get 20% off if they're still part of the Game Pass subscription and you have a Game Pass subscription. I think that's all I got to say about the Game Pass headlines. Anything from you, Sean?
No, just if you're kicking around Friday afternoon and you think, what do I want to play this evening? I'd go play Shredders. Definitely pick that up before it disappears. If you're a snowboarding or even a skateboarding fan, if you play things like Skate or Sessions or Tony Hawk, just go give it a go. Just enjoyable.
Nice. All right. Well, off to our X feed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the X Feed where we talk about the top stories, some news bulletins, flashy things, and also a little feature story if there's one available. Top stories, we have 4 of them. Ori Dev expects to do exciting things in the future with Team Xbox. This was like a tweet, basically. Someone was kind of like, hey, sorry things ended so poorly with you and Xbox. Bummer you guys couldn't do more together. And then Thomas Mahler, Moon Studio dev, was like, hey, things didn't end badly. Pretty sure we're still doing exciting things with Xbox in the future. We just wanted to ship Wicked, which is their upcoming game, on all platforms with cross-play support. And I find this interesting. Back then, that was not possible under Microsoft. I 100% believe in where Phil is heading. That was Thomas Mahler's tweet. I find that very interesting. Back then, that wasn't possible. Like, now it is. Maybe that's to do with the whole, like, if you put something on Xbox, things could go, right? Like Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush. Things could go other places now where before they weren't.
Yeah, I think the ABK thing's done that. I think the sitting down with the FTC and the CMA and everything like that has kind of worked that out. So yeah, we're definitely seeing the ability to go places that we couldn't go before.
Yeah, for sure. So I just find this really interesting. Also, I'm always excited to hear Moon Studios doing cool things with Xbox because, Ori's kind of like the best game on Xbox. That's my hot take. Next, story number 2, Xbox Game Pass suffers rare cancellation due to change of the game's publisher. And that game is Ereban Shadow of Legacy. Gets a new publisher, and that publisher basically says, nope, no Game Pass for this thing. So, we will not be seeing that now. It is interesting. We were having a little chat about this post or pre-podcast. Is this at all related to, do you think, Sean, the fact that we still have Ni No Kuni now? It was supposed to be canceled. Now it's not. This game's supposed to come out. Now it's not. Sean, there you go.
I accidentally muted myself. I was just checking the sound on the stream. I didn't want to play it over there. I for sure think because they haven't got this game pegged for later on in 2024, they've gone through, looked at the genre, looked at the genre of Ni No Kuni, and gone, well, Ni No Kuni can no leave Game Pass, so let's because we've got a gap for it. But no, it's weird. I think it was Raw Fury, which was the publisher for this game. Mm-hmm. I wholeheartedly believe that the new publisher will probably try and carve out something for Game Pass and get that there. But I'm assuming that if you change your publisher, you probably have to go through and get all new contracts and stuff signed. The previous ones dissolve. So again, not knowing 100% the inner workings for deals with Game Pass, because every single one of them seems to be ever so slightly different.
Yep.
We have no, like 100. We can never say for 100% certain what's happening and what the deals are. But yeah, this sounds very much like it's just kind of fallen by the wayside because of the change of publisher.
Yeah, I think that's 100% why it fell. That's a good point, Sean. I never thought about like, well, maybe they just need to get contracts worked out. So the publisher comes in and basically says, hey, we're going to scrap all these contracts and we're going to start fresh so that we get to look them over with our lawyers and our people. So maybe it'll come back to Game Pass after they look over the contract and give it a thumbs up. I do think, though, that they looked at the bottom line and said, oh, well, listen, we had that money allocated for Ereban. It's not there anymore. So, sure, why don't we try to keep Ni No Kuni on, But maybe they're not. That's just my conjecture.
This game's still coming out on PC as soon as April 10th. But there is no release date. And it's not just for Game Pass, but in total, the whole Xbox version. It's just not coming. So...
Mm-hmm.
Well, there isn't a date for it yet. So it's not that it's just been kiboshed for Game Pass and it's been squashed completely for any console release.
Yeah, for sure. Next, story number 3, Jim Ryan explains why Sony kept refusing to sign Xbox Call of Duty offer. This is back before Activision deal was signed, sealed, and delivered, which the FTC came still trying to argue that it's not, but they'll figure it out. So Jim Ryan had a conversation here He says basically to kind of get into some of the detail of it. He says, you know what, we're at risk of getting very granular here when asked the very question of like, hey, why did you keep declining Microsoft's offer? But there are deals, and then there are deals, and the deal that was offered at a certain point in time may not have been the deal that was actually signed. So I find that very interesting. He's not actually saying, he uses the word may there very coyly, but basically what it sounds to me like is Microsoft came to them with an offer and they declined it and then signed a different offer that Microsoft probably gave them after the FTC, or actually no, after the CMA pushed on them to kind of do a better job to be more transparent and more open with their IP.
Yeah, I mean, he was very political in his answer, not giving away too much, but giving away enough just for there to be an article written. So,
yeah, that's a very good way to put it. And he did say in the end, we are absolutely thrilled to be able to negotiate a deal with Microsoft to ensure that the franchise remains on PlayStation platforms for the next 10 years, and that was very important to us, and we're very happy to have done that deal. So he's happy about it.
Do you think, off the back of this, that then Sony are going to go and try and create their own version of Call of Duty? 10 years is a long time for them to group some developers together and go, hey, look, this is what we want you to make, or as near as damn it, make it. I mean, Epic have got a pretty good one going with Fortnite. There's lots of other first-person shooters out there. It's like, go and make a Call of Duty for us that we can just have on just our console, or at least ship it out that it's been developed by you under our umbrella and make us some money in 10 years' time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's Sony's MO, the shootery type thing. Sony bought Bungie. Is that correct? I want to say they
Bungie did.
Yeah, Sony Interactive has announced it will acquire Destiny developer Bungie for $3.6 billion. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was almost 100% sure of that, but I wanted to make sure. So maybe, I mean, they developed Destiny. Bungie, that would be a good place to go. You got Call of Duty. You can refine a shooter for Sony. I think they need to put a spin on it. If they can, and this is hard to do, Microsoft will say, to kind of marry studios together that do different things really well and make one product. But if they can use some of their studios that are great storytellers, along with Destiny's or Bungie's ability to make a really good shooter, you could have this hybrid video game that would be a shooter, but then also what Sony's known for in the single player campaign. And if they can do that, then man, I think it could be the next big thing. But everybody's always chasing the next big thing, and usually by the time their product comes out, the next big thing has moved on.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a developer, which I'd always like to have been a developer of videos, because I do come up with some crazy, wonderful ideas when we're talking about stuff. But that would be just a really good challenge. So hey, look, we want you this game. Activision, Treyarch do this really awesome job making this game. We want you to make something that matches that. You've got an unlimited pile of cash, and you've got an unlimited pile of resource between you developers over there and you developers over there, like the guys behind God of War and the guys behind Spider-Man Miles Morales kind of stuff. You guys work together with Bungie over here that's really good at making shooters for us, and make something as good as that thing over there. And thanks. See you in 10 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, it wouldn't be outside of the scenario. It's not even that crazy, really. I mean, they spent $3.6 billion to get the studio that's really good at shooters. I'm pretty sure they did that for a reason. So yeah, I would imagine that they're gonna spend it and doing something like that. The only thing I hope is that they don't do exactly what you said. They don't say, you guys come together and now make that. What they need to do is come together and they need to say, you guys come together and make the Sony version that is better and different, and that's our version of that, basically. Because if they try to do that, which is Call of Duty, Fortnite, blah blah blah, they're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss it because they're trying to do something they're not. They need to do their version of that, and I think their community will be happier, and their board and shareholders will be happier because it will make more money. So, but it'll be interesting to see. Video games are huge gambles right now, especially when you get into the big ones, right? Because it takes so long to make, and you just got to hope that when it comes out, it lands. Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, Redfall.
Story number 4, Summer Game Fest, June 7th. So we got word that the Summer Game Fest is going to be on June 7th. It'll be exciting to see. We do not have a date yet for the Xbox Showcase, which is what I'm here for. That's what I want to know. But you know, it's a little taste of the summer announcement. Time is coming, and that's fun.
Window.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I'm on the summergamefest.com website right now, and there isn't any news. You can stick an email in and sign up for the email updates. You can stick a mobile number in so you can get text message notifications for stuff. There's all the links to the different social channels for the Summer Game Fest, but the website doesn't have any actual news at all. I mean, it just looks very colorful. So yeah, obviously we'll keep you up to date. Follow any of our social media pages, GPT Gaming News, and obviously as soon as we start getting dates and bits and pieces like that, we'll make a plan as to what we're going to be doing in terms of live reacting, and bits and pieces like that, or reporting on things like that. So yeah, so just watch this space. I'm super excited. I'm excited for the Xbox stuff. I'm also excited for the Nintendo stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm also excited for the individual publisher stuff, because sometimes they do things that, you know, the console creators can't show or won't show, because obviously the developers and publishers want to show it themselves. So
I too am excited for the Xbox stuff. I am intrigued about the Nintendo stuff. Like, I really want to know what what Nintendo's going to show off, because I don't know, they're lacking. So I'm real interested. But yeah, it is always cool to see what new indie darling there's going to be that's going to like just knock our socks off. Like Tales of Kintara, or what, Kintara, something like that. Anyways, that they showed at the partner showcase. News bulletins: NBA 2K24 surprise dropped this week, but according to an NBA 2K24 digital newsletter, it's talking about getting a certain bonus for being Game Pass members, but you have only until August 31st, 2024 is what the news article says here. I'll see if I can read it for you. Available to Game Pass subscribers only through August 31st, 2024. Now, unsure, really, this isn't a rumor. It's a legit digital newsletter. The question is the wording that this perk or bonus is only available till August 31st, 2024, or is this really just a lightning fast 5-ish months on game? Is 2K24 only going to be on Game Pass for 5-ish months? So it'll be interesting to see which way that plays out. That's the news bulletin there. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just strange. That is a strange one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, The Last Case of Benedict Fox gets another upgrade on Xbox Game Pass. This makes its third, I believe. Just kidding. Ni No Kuni is still available on Game Pass, as we said, and ain't going nowhere. And Boostroid fans, you've got more first-party Xbox games. Well, not today, but earlier this week, I believe you got them. So there's more games for them.
Those games are Deathloop, which is a good game to get hold of. Dishonored 2, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Gears of War 5, Gears Tactic, Ghostwire Tokyo, which is also a good game to play, and Pentiment, which is making its way to Switch and PlayStation later on this year.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty cool. Those are our news bulletins. Our feature story, Sea of Thieves on PS5, and it's the best darn selling pre-order game available in the United States. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked the social media post that came out from the GPT Gaming News platform, asking, like, kind of saying, is this fanboys of PlayStation kind of eating their own words, that they the Xbox sucks so much that they're gonna they'll never play a game, but then obviously it starts to make the highest selling pre-order game ahead of its April 30th release. I don't know. Or is it just people that are just jumping on the bandwagon? They've got lots of friends that have played Sea of Thieves. It's been a huge game. It's got a huge following, like into season 7 or something crazy like that. There's the whole Disney side of things. So you've got all the what's it called now?
Yeah, the
Pirates of the Caribbean stuff that's on there.
Yep.
I mean, the time I spent in Sea of Thieves, I had a good laugh. I had a great laugh. I went in, I played with randoms. They kind of showed me the ropes. People spoke to you. They kind of, I say, show you the ropes as a pun. It was a good game. It was good fun. It's one of those games that if you have a regular crew of friends, to run the ship and stuff like that, because it's quite a daunting thing to do on your own, to constantly changing direction and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I enjoyed playing. I mean, we didn't play very much, but for the couple hours we played on the extra live stream, I thought it was fun. In regards to the fanboy thing, I think the thing is that the fanboys didn't buy this game. I bet the PlayStation fanboys, but I do think that that's a very, very small demographic of people who are like, don't bring that here. I don't like that. Blah blah blah. That's just the Twitter echo chamber. PlayStation is much bigger than that. And those people are really excited about this game and are scooping it up.
I was only kidding when I said that, by the way.
So, I get it. But you're right. That is what we heard. I mean, you're kidding, and I know you know this too. But you're not wrong. That's what everybody heard on X, right? It was just like you hear that drum beat, but that drum beat is such a small percentage of the PlayStation community. So sure. The larger part of the PlayStation community apparently is really excited for this game. And you know who else is really excited that the PlayStation community is really excited? Xbox, because they're making real cash every pre-sale they get, man. This is money that they had no idea.
All those doubloons that they're making.
Yeah, man. And then all the money they're gonna make on updates and DLCs and paid DLCs and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is a
season passes and
yeah. I mean, it's huge. It's got to be a large chunk of cash for them. So good on them. Yeah.
And I'm glad it's doing well, because this only speaks volumes to, like you're saying, that there's only a small minority of people that go out on social media, so just beating the drum and getting really mad about the whole console merger kind of thing that's going off, where for it to hit the top of the pre-order chart only tells me that people are genuinely excited for this kind of stuff, and that what Phil's done with Microsoft and Xbox to kind of drive it in the direction of those games being available everywhere is the right thing. So,
Yep, 100%. Next, anything else on that before I move on to our kind of next half of the feature?
No, the feature story this week is a 2-part one, just because news out there at the moment is pretty slow. So we kind of wanted to have a 2-parter.
A 2-part. The Fallout show is coming in April. What do we hope? Do we want it to be like Halo? What do we think? I don't want it to be like Halo. I want it to be like I almost said Left 4 Dead.
Last of Us.
Last of Us. Thank you. I want it to be like Last of Us. That's what I want it to be like.
From playing all the different games, there is so many different paths that they can go with this. You've got all the different factions that are there. You want to go across all the different games. Like we're at a point where we're at 4 games and a massive online PvP style game. And rumors of Fallout 5 coming in the near future, and people trying to guess where it's going to be set. There's a lot they can do with this. They can link Fallout 5 into the show or and things like that. I'm really excited for the future of Fallout. I enjoyed Fallout 3 and New Vegas and 4 as much as you didn't get on with Codsworth and the impossible task that he set that you could not complete. But no, I'm super excited for this. The characters look great. They look like they've picked some really good actors to fulfill those shoes. And yeah, I'm super hyped for this. I mean, and when I say compared to Halo, it's like Halo, what they've done with Halo in terms of taking the persona of Master Chief, and then this is coming from a guy that didn't want to watch it, by the way, because they were going to give Master Chief a face. But taking the persona of Master Chief as this masked badass, and then giving him a whole personality and a voice that's not just what we've heard in the game, and a face behind the mask sort of thing. They've done a really good job at taking a video game and taking it into a TV program, because usually they absolutely murder that. They did it with Witcher 3. Witcher 3 was amazing at first, and then they gradually whittled it down where they were just ignoring all the lore and everything that came with it. They're not doing that with Halo. And I hope they don't do that with Fallout either, because that's what makes it the ability as a gamer to link what you're seeing on the screen as a TV show to what you've played and felt and witnessed while playing the game. They're really good at doing that. That's what they did with The Last of Us, which is why a lot of people absolutely enjoyed it, and people are dying for part 2 to come out, because they had that emotional tie with the game, the lore, and everything. So,
yeah. The one thing I will say that you mentioned about they could tie in Fallout 5. So I read this article earlier this week. I went and found it. And so Den of the Geek spoke to Howard and showrunners Jonathan Nolan and Graham Wagner about the forthcoming Prime Video series. And so let me just get down to the one part. Howard obviously knows all about Fallout 5 because he's likely heading up the game itself. No, where did it go? Well, it's in here somewhere. Here it is.
Was this the article where it kind of they said, "Oh, we're going to be making."
Basically, Todd Howard basically nixed a handful of things coming to the Fallout TV series because he said, "Well, listen, let's not do that here because we're going to actually do that in Fallout 5." So they apparently had some ideas or some paths that they wanted to go with this TV series that were either what they were doing in Fallout 5 or too close to what they were doing in Fallout 5. So Todd Howard nixed the ideas. So maybe they will link those two in, but it doesn't sound like he wants them linked in before the game comes out and people actually see what's going on there.
So no spoilers. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
I just think the guy that when they show the images of the show, the guy like that looks like he's been affected by the radiation and stuff like that because he's got no nose and he's got like the deformed face and things like that, where it looks like the skin's removed and it's just the sinew under the skin for his face. Like they've done the makeup for that so well.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see Death Claws and stuff like that. I can't wait to see all the crazy different like mole rats and things and all the like different and bot flies and all crazy creatures and stuff like that as well. So
yeah, I am completely down for this game, or for this series. I will certainly be watching it, and I have the platform that it's on already. So bonus for me.
I have a small confession to make that my 30-day trial of Paramount lapsed, and then I have now paid for Paramount.
They got you
for 3 months.
They
did, but they only got me. They got me at 50% for 3 months. So I went to cancel, and I clicked on the cancel to my subscription. It popped up and said, "Well, you can, it's $6.99, or you can pay half that price for 3 months." And I was like, 3 months. That takes me to doing man maths as I was there. I was like, yeah, okay, that takes me to the end of the Halo series being out and the whole Sonic, the Knuckles 6-part series that's coming out. So like I can sit and watch that with Logan. So it's like, it's a fair deal, £3 something a month to watch. It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. That sounds like a good deal. And if you're wondering, Fallout drops April 11th, so a little less than a month to go before we'll get to see, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it right here after we watch that episode. I have to have a spoiler party chat after each episode or something. I don't know if they're going to drop all of them at the same time or if they're doing weekly or how they're doing it. Anyways,
I don't know. I hope they do like maybe 2 or 3 episodes as one, and then do it weekly after that, because they did that with the season 2 of Halo, and I was like, there's no way I'd have been able to watch just one episode and then wait, because they've been bangers of episodes. So
yeah, I actually really appreciate that model. That's the model that Apple TV uses for pretty much everything they drop, and I think that's great. I think they give you 3 episodes initially, and then it's every week after that. So I'll be down for that. Anything else on the Fallout show before we move into the dashboard?
No, let's talk about the games that we've maybe not been playing.
Maybe not. Two-player podcast. I don't know why I just said what the friend was. Sean, what have you been playing on your dashboard? What's on your dashboard?
So, what's on that? I'll allude to the 2 Game Pass games that I've played this evening before we started recording, and then I'll talk about what I've been playing for the majority of the rest of the time. So, firstly, as I promised, I would play Warhammer Bolt Gun, which I did. My first impressions of that game is, if you liked the old first person style shoot 'em of Doom, with all the blood, the guts, and the gore of, like, we're talking old Doom here, so Doom and Doom 2, not 2016 onwards. You'll really enjoy this game. The music's good, the gameplay's good. It's just one of those games where there's secrets to find, there's collectibles and stuff like that, and it's just good fun. There's the whole health kind of thing. And the ammo pickups are exactly the same as old school Doom, where you just walk through them, and they're plentiful. The blood, guts, and gore is plentiful. The music's good, and the graphics just match that of old school Doom. So it's good. It's good fun to play.
Nice.
I'll probably go back to that every now and then when I get my ass handed to me on Fortnite. So. Which is happening more often now. I don't know if it's to do with my level or anything, but yeah, that's happening a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have like a smart match or whatever. Match. With
I hope so,
levels.
because I'll get to it more when I'm talking about it. But when I was playing it previous, before the change from season 1, chapter 5, season 1 to chapter 5, season 2, I was having some bot issues. Is all I can say.
Gotcha.
The other game I've been playing is Control. Off the back of you saying that you wanted to try it, and a lot of people playing it and being excited on it, or whether you could purchase it. I'm super excited that it's come to the console. There is 2 different options on there as well that you can download. I downloaded the one that's specifically for Series X and S, and what I can say is the game looks amazing. Really well finished. I put it on performance mode over graphics mode, so there is a graphics mode which runs at 30 frames per second with ray tracing and all the shiny kind of stuff.
Sure.
But I've got it on performance mode, and to be fair, it looks really nice that way. So I couldn't imagine what it looks like when it's graphics only. The switch between gameplay and then the videos and stuff like that, and it goes to live action videos of the woman that you play kind of stuff, and the way that her face matches in the game and in the live action kind of stuff is really good. Obviously there's a lot of the story that I can't allude to because I'm not very far into it. I think I played it for like half an hour, so I got just getting the grips of the story and what was going on. But it looks fantastic.
Nice.
Lots of mystery to the game, lots of stuff to pick up. Very easy. One modification system to stuff. So when you pick things up, it's dead easy to do. There's not like, scrolling through lots of different menus to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's
good
cool.
fun. Good game to play. And play some more of it. And then the game that I have just been burying all my gaming time into is Fortnite. So Chapter 5 Season 2 has begun. After I talked about last week about Pandora's box being hung by the chain from this big cannon dropped, they had a whole launch of the new season. And it's all to do with Greek mythology. So there's some new places that have opened up, which is Mount Olympus and the battleground for Mount Olympus and the underworld, where you can go and fight Hades and Cerberus. Lots of cool new weapons and stuff like that. Wings of Icarus, which are a good thing to be picking up, get you out of a bit of trouble really quick, but also deal a heavy amount of damage if you can land them right. So I got my first elimination this evening with the Wings of Icarus, which is quite cool. So enjoying that a lot. Played a little bit more of the festival stuff, but the songs that are on there at the moment aren't really to my taste. So there's lots of Lady Gaga and Pink.
Do those change every season? Is that how that works?
They don't change every season. They change. They mix them. They have featured songs which change sometimes daily, sometimes weekly. So like 2 or 3 will change daily, and then the majority will then change weekly, which is quite good. So I mean, there's DMX on there. X gonna give it to you. That's okay. There's some Jimmy Eat World on there at the moment, and there was one over Darude Sandstorm, which I tried to play. That's when we started talking on Discord for the headset, and I was trying to do Darude Sandstorm, the drums to it, and I was like, I can't concentrate. I'm trying to talk to Nick and press the buttons and listen to the music all the same. So I just stopped. I was like, no, that's awful. I'm not going to do that. So I let that go. But yeah, the issue I had with Chapter 5 Season 1 towards the back end of it was when I was in an unranked match, and I've had a little bit of this in Season 2, but it must be because there's more playing it, but they seem to fill it with bots. So there will be what appears to be characters running around, but then like you could stand still and that character would just run around you shooting, but with the accuracy of a blind person. They wouldn't hit you, and they really don't have, like, when you eliminate them, they don't have decent weapons. They maybe have like 1 or 2 common weapons, or maybe just a bit higher than common and stuff like that. And they don't attack you very well and stuff. So I was finding a lot of that at the back end of Season 1. I'm still getting that now in the starts of Season 2 in just unranked matches. If you go on a ranked match, then you don't get any of that.
Sure.
But I'm assuming it's just to fill the servers.
Yeah.
That they do that.
Sense.
So you're not sat there queuing and waiting.
Mm-hmm. It also gives noobs somebody to kill. Somebody like me, if I jumped in there, I might be like, I got a kill. Yeah, I did something.
Yeah. Yeah, but the difference between an unranked and a ranked match for me is, in a ranked match, I can quite easily pick up to like 13 to 15 kills. In a ranked match, I'm lucky if I'm at like 4.
Yeah. I have no doubt.
And that's it. That's all I've been playing. I've been doing a lot of varying kids here, there, and everywhere.
Amen.
And I've had some dental surgery again today, so not a great lot of time. So the other game I've been playing is Candy Crush, which you could class it as an Xbox game because it's made by King.
That's true. That's true.
So I've gone back into Candy Crush.
I like it. Well, I mean, I can pick up on Fortnite a little bit. We did play Lego Fortnite for the first time in quite a while last night for about an hour. They added fishing. That's new. So we did some fishing, and I'm into the frozen area now, trying to get, I don't know, rubies and sapphires and such. I'm a little confused on where some of this stuff is. But yeah, it's still fun. And I every once in a while, Noah will say, do you want to play? I'm like, sure, let's pick away at it a little bit. So, but they're like everything else they do. They continually add new stuff, and that's been fun. The kids really love the fishing. They're all about it. Next, I have been playing nothing that's Xbox related. A little bit of Mario v Donkey Kong as we fight our way to get to the end, which I think we're pretty close to. And then I picked up this very addicting. I said I needed a game for ferrying kids around. The Switch wasn't working out for me. And so I found Retro Bowl, which unfortunately, Xbox people, it's not on the Xbox, but it's on the mobile. It's on your phone, and it's on the Switch. And it's a football game that's really the old pixel style, and it's a lot of fun. And that's all I'm gonna really talk about it because it's not an Xbox game, but it's a lot of fun if you're into football and you like that kind of stuff. You can play an entire football game in like 6 minutes. So, yep,
there Retro Ball.
There it is. Yep.
I'm downloading it now.
Downloading it now. I'll be interested what you think of it. You play as the coach, and you can choose to play the offensive side of the game. You never play the defensive side of the game. You can choose to play the offensive side of the game if you want, but you don't have to. You could sim the whole thing, and then basically you're just picking players and making sure they get experience and trying to keep everybody happy. So,
yeah, I'm going to use it as a very rough introduction as to the rules and the strategy to American football or to football for those of you that are American that aren't from the UK talking about football.
Yeah.
Just because I know this year, after watching the Super Bowl with the girls, that we are going to be following American football this year. So
yay! Although one of the Kelsey brothers has retired, so I don't know. I don't know if that'll hurt your love.
No, because
Jason.
I think
Jason.
I think we were spoiled. We were spoiled in 2023 with we were spoiled this year with the Super Bowl. I think we dropped onto one that was quite intense to watch.
Yeah, you did.
So it kind of sparked Lindsay's interest. So yeah, she's quite excited for it.
Cool. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, it's a strange. So, like, if you're a Madden fan, you're used to picking all the players and being in charge of all the players, all the bench players and everything. In this one, you're really not. You choose 12 of the like potential players, and then the rest, as they say, fall. If you keep these 12 happy, the rest of your team will fall in line. So, like, you may not have all of the line to choose from, but you just have like the defensive line, and that encompasses everybody. So if you keep the one guy happy, then the rest of the defensive line will fall in line and do what they're supposed to do. So it's an interesting take on a football game. Definitely different. If you're a Madden player, it's going to feel a lot different than that. Anyways, I want to talk more about that.
I've never played Madden.
Yeah, so there you go. I won't talk anymore about that. Control. I want to play that. I downloaded it, but I haven't gotten to it. Lightyear Frontier, of course. I've been talking about it for the last 2 podcasts, probably longer than that. Very interested to get my hands on that and give it a go. Though that is my docket. Sean, before I move forward, would you class Control as a horror game, or is it just like a action? What is it? Am I going to be scared when I play it? Let me just ask my baby question.
No, I don't think you're going to be scared.
Right,
I don't think you're going to be scared. You played Hellblade, didn't you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that was on the edge, by the way. That was on the edge when she's like keeps talking to herself, and I'm fighting these guys with like half an arm on fire. It's right there on the edge.
No, this is. It's weird. So at one point, like you when you first start out, you're just walking through this office building, and everything's empty, and then you find somebody on the floor. I'm pretty sure you've done all this part. Just 1 second, because it looks like something important has just dropped. So you find this guy that's dead on the floor, kind of thing. You go to pick up the gun, and then you're transported into a bit more of a tutorial. And she does kind of talk to herself in parts, and is a little bit like, but it's not scary. It's just a little bit weird.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give it a go. So, I mean, the only way I wasn't if you were like, yeah, this is basically horror. Then I'd be like, I don't know. But anyways, so I want to give that a go. That's on my docket. Sean, what about you? When you say dropped, do you mean in gaming news, in your life, on the floor?
In gaming news, I'll very quickly run through what I've got planned to play.
Okay.
I've got the day off tomorrow. Today now because it's today tomorrow. I've got the day off today. I've got to get some cleaning done, but then I plan on playing some more Fortnite. I've done all the storyline quests that have happened so far, so I've got a couple of like milestone quests and stuff that I'm close to completing, so I'm going to go and do that, and probably go back into a little bit more control and see if like I can get my head around the story a little bit more. So, and then the bit of news that just dropped. So our X channel at GB2 Gaming News has just dropped a post saying that Xbox and Mojang Studios are now introducing a Minecraft Marketplace Pass. You'll be able to enjoy 150 plus pieces of exciting content for one low monthly price. It'll cost you $4 a month, and it's compatible across all Minecraft Bedrock Edition platforms.
I did actually. I think it was a rumor when I read about it earlier today. I don't think they had actually announced it yet. Yeah, I did hear something about this. Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I just like to play mine. I mean, I really sunk myself into Minecraft deep for a while, for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. But I never got into that side of it with my kids did. Like, they have a farming world where you can drive this car. They got into all that stuff, which I'm guessing this is part of the marketplace. But of course, I only ever let them buy the free stuff. That was kid friendly.
Yeah. I'm just going to very quickly go Mojang Marketplace. So I will do some digging. I'll find some more information, and we'll probably put it in one of our top stories next week. So we've got a bit more information on that. But it is brand new news. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, bear with me.
Totally will. All right. Are we ready to go into party chat?
Yay! Let's answer some questions.
It's party time! Woohoo! Oh, yeah!
It's the party chat. I don't really have any questions, but how's life, Sean?
Yeah, it's good. I had my last tooth out, so
not like his last tooth. He has more teeth. Just the last one he needs to get pulled. He's like, I thought the last tooth is gone.
I don't know how long has this been going on for now. When did you have your wisdom teeth removed? That was like 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks.
I don't know, but I love that we've started a dental podcast. It's fantastic. No, so you're right. It has been. And I was like, oh, I have to have a tooth taken out. And you're like, screw you. I got to take 2 out too. And it's going to be painful for like months. And I'm like, okay, you win.
Yeah. So I had a bit of a saga with it. So in the UK, you obviously having the NHS, you can be signed up to a dentist through the NHS, and you kind of just go in and go, oh, and they go, zing, and then, fix and off you go kind of thing. You just pay a really low price. I like the sound effects.
Yeah, it's great for the audio podcast. I can't wait.
Yeah, I was booted from my NHS dentist because of all the stuff that went off through COVID and stuff like that. They lost dentists. The practice had to shrink down. They didn't let me know. So then I had a problem with my teeth. I couldn't get in anywhere. I had 2 emergency appointments, which I had to pay. Like, you have to pay £50 per appointment for them to basically go, we can't do anything because you've got an infection in your tooth. So I signed up for private, and then because of the positioning of the teeth and the size of the teeth and stuff like that, I've had to have it done over 2 different appointments, which have been 2 weeks between each one. So it's taken us really 6 weeks to have 2 teeth removed, but all done. I am now at the point where I've got.
Are you counting your teeth right now?
5 gaps.
Oh, 5. Okay,
I'm counting, and I'm missing 5 teeth. So yeah, I mean, this one today was awful though. It's like he numbed it and stuff, but it like when he was pulling, it was like I could feel it over the opposite side of my face, where like obviously he was having to pull and twist my jaw slightly.
God bless you. I chose the baby route, and I just took a nappy nap. So I don't know what it was like. And I am totally cool with that. He was like, listen, it can be this price, and you can be awake for this torture, or it can be this price, and you can take a nappy nap, and you pay more. And I'm like, I'll pay more, thank you. I will take my nap.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I drank my milk and went off to
the,
sleep.
the sounds and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't imagine.
It's like the warning as well. He had to give me 2 different warnings. The first warning he gave me was because of where the root of the tooth goes, it can like gets into your sinus cavity, and it can like poke. As he removes it, it can create a hole into the sinus cavity. So he had to give me that, and he was like, "It's very rare." He says, "I've been doing this for 20 years, and it's only happened once." But if it does happen, it's one of those things that can fix itself. It's just that like every time you drink some water, that you might end up with like water coming out of your nose because it'll just work its way around. I was like, freaking awesome, thanks.
That's all, just water.
And then the second one,
your nose.
And then the second warning he gave me was like, so I'm gonna have to put a lot of pressure on this. There's gonna be a lot of moving around, and because of the damage of the tooth, like it's ever so slightly, it could just snap. And if it snaps, we're gonna have to do this. So you're gonna hear some cracking, some popping, and stuff like that. And I was, at one point, I like put my hand up, and he stopped. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, and trying to talk with your tooth half out, I could feel it hitting the other teeth. I was like, I just need a minute. Like the amount of pressure you're having to put on my face is unreal. And like he was like, okay, you have a second, but we really need to get this out now. I was like, nice.
Oh my gosh. Sean, the more you talk, the more I'm like, thank you, Jesus, that I chose the nappy nap route. I'm so happy that I did that.
But then, like when they put the tooth down on the side, and they put it like they try to put it out of the way so you can't see. But he sat me up, and like he was talking to me, and I was sweating. I was like the amount of pressure and stuff. Like I was like my back was sweating, the backs of my legs were sweating against the lever of the chair. And I turned around and I looked at this tooth, and I was like, how the fucking hell did that fit in my face? Just like this big gnarly root sticking out. I was like, wow. Like we see the good part of teeth.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, man.
So,
yeah, I didn't.
So there's that.
No, I wish I would have. Huh.
So and then other than that, I've just been taking the dog for a walk, and just trying to keep up with. I don't know.
Yeah, Sean gives me the best pictures of Rex, his new dog. I mean, like they're really good.
Yeah.
Rex is gonna. I told you, Rex needs an Instagram account.
I mentioned that to Lindsay this evening, and she just looked at the dog and was like, "Do you want to be famous?" And he just looked at her and said, "You're saying something in a really nice tone. What does it mean? I don't care." It just isn't nice. But no, he was awesome. I took him down the canal, so like he had this big thing of, I don't want to say fresh water. It's a canal in the UK. It's gonna have things in it that are a little bit not nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side of the path where I was walking was this horrific beck, which is basically wastewater from all the fields and stuff like that. And it gets stuff in it, and it kind of grows that thick green algae layer at the top. Yep. He chose to swim in that.
Of course.
So as we were getting close to the end of the canal walk and stuff like that, I was like, I'd literally dragging him into the water and dunking him. I was like, I'm just going to get you washed off before we go and get back in the car. So
this really is a bath. I'm not waterboarding my dog.
So, and then I got him home and hosed him down in the back garden in an undignified way with cold water, bless him. But a lot of people have said to me that I should use cold water rather than warm water because it doesn't affect, won't damage his fur and his coat. So,
I did not.
Sorry,
not
Rex. Cold baths.
There you go. The things you learn. Yeah.
What I have learned though is from when we first had him and we did the podcast is he now goes into a room with somebody. So he's currently in the eldest daughter's bedroom because otherwise he would be here with a squeaky toy, and that doesn't make for good audio.
No,
so, makes for good live because people can laugh at the dog. But if you audio fans, you do not want something going in the background constantly. So.
Can you have him in there and give him something other than a squeaky toy? Any other thing. Because he is
probably,
great fun. But it is the squeaky toy.
He's just super obsessed with shadows, and because I've got the the key light in front of me, and it creates this shadow behind me. So like, that's what he was looking at most, and we figured out that like he really does not get on with shadows. Not that they scare him, but like he chases them.
Sure.
So.
Sure.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, welcome to the family, Rex. That's fine.
How have things been going?
I don't really
how's basketball going for Noah? Is he still
really
enjoying
likes
it?
it? Yeah, he really likes it. He made three baskets tonight. Three baskets. Yeah, I don't know. He made 6 points. There you go. That's another way to say it.
Nice.
So our family is not a basketball family. Probably the least of the sports that we like get into. But I was like, hey, what do you want? Do you want to play anything? And he was like, yeah, I'll play basketball. So he tried it out. We are not basketball people, partially because our gene pool is not like, tall. So like he's the top of his age range in the age, and he is like mid range of height of the kids. But he is having a fun time. He likes that soccer, he has to be more like agile and everything, and he's learning how to use, because he's not a big kid. He's just bigger. I don't know how to say it. And he's learning how to use to his advantage in this, like how to like shift himself around to get between his opponent, to get himself between his opponent and the ball. And so he is enjoying being able to do that and kind of throw his weight around a little bit, to say it another way. So yeah, but he really does like it. So
cool.
Other than that, I think that work has been utter nuts. I'm still ferrying kids out all over the place. Retro Bowl is great for that now. You
sent me the screenshot of your calendar, and I was like, you've got so many things that overlap.
I know. I was like, I don't even know how the hell I'm going to do this. I didn't do them all, of course, because I just couldn't. But I made it to bits and pieces of all of them. So yeah, it was sad. It's been a rough week.
And that's what we do. That is what we do as dads. We are not always able to be completely present 100% of the time to everything, because we have so much things to do, but we do try and get there for everything. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly right. So yeah, that's me. That's all I got. I think we're ready to wrap this puppy
I haven't
up.
got much. Yeah, I'm gonna say I haven't got much else. It's other than dog walking and child ferrying and Fortnite.
Amen.
So yeah, for everybody, thank you very much for listening this week. So we will come back with more news on the little drop from Mojang there about their marketplace pass. We'll fill that. We'll hopefully maybe have some more information about the Summer Game Fest, some times and dates in a week's time, but maybe not. So thanks very much for listening. If you want to get in touch with myself or Nick on X, you can do. I am Sean _Abbott, and Nick is at Nick10DOH for Nintendo, which is an awesome username. I love saying it, Nintendo. If you want to chat with us on any of the social media platforms, you can do. Everything is now at GPT Gaming News. And all the links will hopefully be fixed soon at the end, because an oversight for myself, but I think we've got most of them sorted now. And thanks very much. Thanks very much for listening. And until next time, we shall see you later.
See you later, guys.